Welcome back. Well, we've all heard of following doctor's orders, but one of our viewers reached out to consumer investigative reporter Susan El-Khoury saying that was just not possible.
Just be reasonable. That one's too big.
A medical supply company was supposed to deliver gear to help her walk. Instead, the delivery left her sidelined, and that's when she called Susan Solves It.
Okay, I'll just walk.
If you make a list
I don't like being inside.
of everything you should know about Elizabeth Anderson,
Usually I go the rest of this block and the next block.
maybe start with her determination.
Well, that's what you can do with a walker.
Now that she's turned 92,
Your balance is just miserable.
some parts of her aren't keeping up the pace.
Any little crack or any little bump will just knock me over.
Recently, her doctor recommended she switch to what's called an upright walker.
I wanted to try that to try to straighten up more.
This is where Air Life Medical comes into the picture. The Auburndale-based medical supply company provided the new walker. Medicare paid for part. Anderson covered the balance of $125.
They knew how tall I was, or they had 5 feet.
What showed up,
Clearly, there's a size difference here.
she considers a reach.
I can't even, I don't know why they really even ever sent it.
Anderson says the company's delivery driver recognized that.
If it's not suitable, if you can't use it, we'll exchange it.
But she says a couple days later on the phone with Air Life, things changed.
They just said, well, that's too bad. You've paid for it, it's yours.
When we called, the owner told us this was the first he'd heard of it. Within hours, he said he ordered a smaller walker at no additional cost. While he didn't want to go on camera, he called this a miscommunication and said Air Life lives up to the promise on its website. We do everything in our power to make sure patients are happy and they stay that way. While Anderson waits for the day she can stand tall.
For someone who's 6 feet tall, it probably is just right. But I like about 12 inches.
She's refusing to let any shortcomings stop her.
If Medicare covers equipment, I'm certain Medicare expects it to be usable.
Medicare will investigate complaints with what they call durable medical equipment. That includes walkers. They also require suppliers to take complaints from patients and then respond to them within 5 days. I'm consumer investigator Susan El-Khoury with photojournalist Matt McGlashan, taking action for you.
And if you have an issue that you would like Susan to solve, just pull out your phone, scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to our website where you can then fill out a form, explain to Susan the issue you're having, and she will look into it. You can also email her, susansolvesit@wfts.com.